Hey guys, and welcome back to this month's edition of By the Numbers. I'm your host, numbers guy Chris Cucoch. Today I'm going to tell you about what's been going on in the Mississauga housing market and how it looks like we're coming out of COVID. Make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video because I'm going to tell you how to get your very own absolutely free with no obligation home evaluation done completely online. So the number you've probably seen on TV or in the newspaper has been that the GTA housing prices are up about 12%. And that's true. They are in fact up 12% with the average price across the GTA at about $930,000, which is a great number for us at this time of year. We had about 8,700 sales, which is just a touch down from this time last year. But we are down to only 1.6 months of inventory, a super tight seller's market, and the average home is on the market for about 18 days. What we're seeing here is some pent-up demand. Usually April, May, and June are our three busiest months of the year, but we didn't get very busy back in April, back in May when COVID was going on. We've had a bunch of people that wanted to buy houses that couldn't because there weren't any for sale and we weren't able to go out and do very many showings. Now that we've opened up a little bit, a lot of those people are coming to the market, and I expect that we're going to be very busy through June, July, and August. Now that I've given you the bird's eye view, let's focus in here on Mississauga. We had about 750 transactions in the month of June, which is again just a shade under what we had in June of last year, but the average sale price is way up to $890,000, which is almost 19% higher than June of last year, and it's 3.5% from the pre-COVID highs back in March. Much like across the GTA, we're in a strong seller's market with 1.6 months of inventory, and the average home is on the market here in Mississauga for about 17 days. We're finding that there's bidding wars and multiple offers across all asset classes, and it's definitely starting to pick up again because of some of that pent-up demand and folks that wanted to sell their houses back in the spring that waited out the COVID thing a little bit. And taking a look at the Mississauga micro markets, we find that we've got double-digit growth in every single asset class. Let's start with the detached. The average price of a detached home in Mississauga was about $1.23 million, which is up almost 11% from last year. We've got about 1.7 months of inventory, and the average detached home is on the market for about 17 days. Now the semi-detached homes are even tighter with only 1.2 months of inventory. The average price is up to about $830,000, and that's up 12% over June of last year. And the average semi is on the market for about 14 days. Now on to the townhouses. They've actually surpassed condos as the tightest market in Mississauga with only 0.9 months of inventory. Yes, you heard me say that correctly. We have less than 1 month of inventory in the townhouse category here in Mississauga. On average, a townhouse is on the market for about 13 days, and the average sale price is about $700,000. That's up 10.5% from last year. And finally, onto the condos. We actually have a bit of an interesting story here. For probably years, you've been hearing me say the condos are the hottest market in the GTA, in particular here in Mississauga, and for once, it's actually not the case. We have 2.4 months of inventory, which means it's actually the softest market right now. It's very interesting because the average price is actually up 16.5% to about $550,000. Now the reason being, we have 30% more listings on the board right now than we did in June of last year, but we have pretty close to the same amount of sales. So there's just a lot more choices and things are moving a little bit slower, where the average condo was on the market for about 17 days. Now don't get me wrong, at 2.4 months of inventory, it's definitely not a soft market. It's just quite a bit softer than what we've been used to, where condos are flying off the shelves, and I suspect over the summer a lot of that inventory will get eaten up and we'll get right back to where we were before. So what happens next? Well, I think we're going to have a very interesting summer. Usually July and August are pretty sleepy months in real estate because everybody goes on vacation and they don't really want to move. Well, when we didn't have our busy spring season, I think all of that volume is going to move forward into the summer, and we're going to have quite a few transactions and prices continuing to increase through July, August, and September, maybe even into October. So if you're looking to buy or sell, normally I would say let's wait until the fall to get the maximum exposure to the market and have the maximum number of options, but I don't think that applies this year. I think that we're going to be running hard through the summer, so now is the time to get out there and let's make something happen for you. If you'd like to get your very own home evaluation with absolutely no obligation and no cost to you, just click the link below in the description or go to chriscucoch.com/home evaluation. Just answer a couple of questions and we will get it out to you within 24 hours. It is done by a real person, not an algorithm, much more accurate than a Zestimate or something like that. I think you're gonna like it. Check it out today. Let me know what you think. That's all for today. I hope you found this helpful and I'll see you next time on By the Numbers. Have a great day, guys.